Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys some of my favorite photos I've taken on my film cameras, my Canon AE-1, my Olympus Trip 35. I'm just going to go through some of the photos, tell you why I like them. I don't know how many I'm going to look at with you. I'm just going to show you a couple, maybe a collection from each camera, as well as try and describe what was happening and what film stock I used to shoot on it. So why don't we just jump right into it. So the way I've organized these photos is by camera and by film stock. So we're starting off with the Canon AE-1 because I've taken the most photos on that. Starting off with Fujicolor C200, which is a color film stock. So this first photo here, I'm at a skate park with my mates. I really love this set, the whole set, as a body of work rather than just single photos. So this is here one of my good friends dropping in a skate park along with some of my other mates. Here's a portrait of my friend Josh. Turned out really well considering it's only a 200 speed ISO, so it's quite a slow speed film stock. I think it held up pretty well in the fading afternoon light. I do wish the horizons were a bit straighter though. One of my favorite photos from the set at the skate park was this image of these two just sharing a beer. Really encompassed the evening there. A very chill, relaxed evening at the skate park. Here we have my wife. We are at Bendalong, which is a coastal town along the south coast of Australia. Very popular spot for camping. Just up on the hill you can see in the photo there is a very popular camping spot. What I really love about this photo is the time of day. Of course the light is beautiful right now, but placing my wife there in the bottom of the image really shows the scale of the landscape. You can see how popular the beach is with the people along the shoreline there in the background, and I think it really just encompasses the beautiful afternoon we were exploring then. Moving on, this is a photo of my wife at a beach just around the corner. I really love this image because of the leading lines directing the viewer to Maddie's face here. Beautiful smile, the colours look really awesome. The vignetting around the corners is pretty interesting too. I was shooting on a 50mm Canon FD lens, which is this one just here. I think it looks pretty retro, kind of adds to the feel. I do wish I centered Maddie's face a bit more with the lines there. Moving down the beach as well is another one that I really loved from the set. Here you can see the different elements in the image really bring it all together. So at each of the corners of the image there's something different happening. In the top left of the screen you've got all the trees. Top right's a very blank canvas, just the sky. Bottom right you've got the shoreline with the surfers entering the water, and the bottom left looks really awesome with the reflection of the trees. And then tying it all, you've got Maddie and her parents right there in the middle. Really beautiful image. This photo here was taken on my Bucks weekend away. We were down the coast once again, near Maruya, also on the south coast of Australia. The tide had just gone out and it was really cool with this reflection of the water and the sky. It looked like my brother was walking on the sky. I do wish I framed it a bit better, but he was walking pretty fast. I still think it was a really awesome image, just for the sake of memory's sake. Definitely could improve the framing on this one though. On that same weekend away, I saw this cool little Suzuki. I do love taking pictures of weird looking cars. This one just happened to be at the markets where we were having breakfast. I really love the yellow and the way the tree interacts with the car through the shadows. All of the elements in the foreground are the crates, all the miscellaneous items from the markets kind of tie in with the look of the car and the vintage looking feel. And the framing around the corners of the image on the top of it with the leaves close it all off and tie it all into one neat image. These two photos were taken on Fuji Pro 400H. Moving on to the next film stock, we've got, I was shooting a black and white film, Ilford's HP5 400. The drive back from Milton to Ulladulla, I noticed these sunflowers. I really loved the detail of the sunflowers for sale sign. I think it really gives it a lot of context, even though you can see that there is sunflowers, but it also gives it a touch of human element as well as the little cart. These two elements, it kind of ties in that people have been here, things happen here, there's a little bit more of a point of interest rather than just the sunflower field. Moving on to Portra 400, we start off a couple of these photos in Byron Bay on me and my wife's honeymoon. Sitting by the pool, the colours here look really warm and summery. This photo here, I really love the edge of the pool with the leading lines running straight through it. The colour tones on this is really beautiful with that really grainy vintage looking feel. It really makes it look like a memory. This image here was taken on Portra 400 as well. It is of a Delorean, the famous car from Back to the Future. This is one of my favourite images by far. The first of the roll effect, which kind of happens only to the first of the roll of film or sometimes the end of the roll. Because of that, only some of it got the colour. But this really adds to the image because in the movie of Back to the Future, when the DeLorean hits that 88 miles per hour, you can see its tyre marks leave flames. This kind of effect makes me think of those flames. So I really love this image and how it came together. I thought I was just taking an awesome picture of, maybe not an awesome picture, just a picture of an awesome car, and this effect has turned it into an awesome picture of an awesome car. So I really love this photo. Moving on to my Olympus Trip 35. I bought this one from Vinnie's for $15. The aperture rings actually don't move, so I have no idea what it's trying to do since it is a point and shoot. I decided to take it out to see if it does work. I put through a really cheap film for it. It was Fuji Superior 400. Yeah, some of the image on these turned out really well. I found out that shooting this within dark spaces, for example, I'll show you some of these images, it cannot handle the dark because these aperture rings are broken. Taking it to the beach, however, managed to get some pretty awesome results. So my favorite photo from the roll that I put through this camera is this one here of my brother, my nephew and my niece there in the foreground. Because of my nephew's happy face here, it is just golden to look at. I love the framing of the people around the outside of the images too. Kind of gives you a bit of context. In this case, I feel like the horizon not being so perfect kind of adds to the image in the way of a bit of a more carefree feel. This one here from when I took it out in the dark, this one was one of my favorites. As you can see, there's a lot of this red on the bottom of the image. This is a light leak, so the light actually, the seals within this camera aren't perfect and there is a bit of light getting through it, which is giving it this red effect. It's making the chemicals on the film react differently. I thought it was really cool because it's like sub-framing within this image because there's red on the bottom and red on the top, but then there's none in the middle. And it's really showcasing those beautiful flowers, the house and the tree. So this photo here of my brother and niece and my mum and my nephew. I really love it because of the repetition of the positions they are standing in. I just think it looks really nice. Once again, the light leaks are really cool here as well. You can see a cool contrast between the red and the blue of the ocean. I think I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. These are only a couple of the photos I've taken. I'll leave a link down to my website for you guys to check out some more of my photos, as well as my Instagram. I'm more active there. I think I'm going to do this more often as a series on this channel to sit down and reflect on each roll of film that I put through. It's definitely going to make me slow down, reflect on what I've done, figure out how to become better as a photographer in that regard too. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. and comment what your favourite photo was down below. Thanks for watching guys, see you in the next one.